Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to babycode free IELTS classes. I am Tanu Urmani, an IDP certified trainer and a TEFL to Solve certified trainer. So you know that I'm coming up with my speaking module, and today is our live session 6, which is about how you can use the idiom. How effectively you can use idioms in your IELTS speaking test. How you can score higher with the idioms. So what is an idiom? How you are going to use it? What are the types of idioms you can use in your speaking test? Now, idiom is a phrase, it's an expression that literally, or I would say that generally has no literal meaning. The meaning cannot be directly understood by reading each word. For example, if you're very happy and you got score 8 or score 9 in your speaking test, then you might say that I was over the moon, right? I was over the moon when I saw my results. So if you look at the literal meaning of these words, we think about looking over the moon, up in the sky beyond the stars. However, idiomatic meaning of this phrase is to do with happiness. I was very happy when I saw my result. So I was over the moon. If you look at these words, you cannot understand the meaning, right? You cannot directly understand the meaning by reading the word, but it has a idiomatic meaning, right? So these are also used by the native speakers in a very natural way, and they often go unnoticed. We are not aware that we are using them because we have grown up listening to these phrases. So let's look at how you can use it. Now, you must have heard about collocations in the speaking test. Collocations are also refers to the words that go naturally together, or I would say that generally used in order when you're speaking something. For example, you would never say food fast because the order is incorrect. You would always say fast food. Collocations are very important when you're using the idiomatic language, right? And the words you choose are just as important as the order they are in spoken with, right? Next is phrasal verb. Now, what is phrasal verb? Phrasal verb is a compound verb where verb is combined with an adverb or a preposition. When these phrasal verbs are made, they often have a idiomatic meaning also. Now, combination of verb. Suppose you have a verb pick and you have a preposition up. Pick up. Pick up means lift. So we can use this phrasal verb to ask someone to pick up something when something is being dropped down on the ground. Or you can also use this expression to ask for a lift in a car. I need a lift. Can you please pick me up on the way to school? So you can see that we are using idiomatic language all the time to express ourselves in a more colorful way. Next, what is an idiom in detailed manner? Idiom is also a group of words or a phrase. The common usage has a meaning that is not clear from the words themselves, right? As I told you, you cannot judge the meaning of those phrase of those idioms by reading the word. You cannot attain the meaning here. For example, if I say it's raining cats and dogs, means this idiom, it's raining cats and dogs, the meaning of this idiom is raining heavily. But if you look at the word, it seems like dogs and cats are falling from the sky, right? So, how these idioms are used in the speaking test, one of your band criteria, lexical resources, you can see here on my screen, uses vocabulary with full flexibility and precision in all topics, use uses idiomatic language naturally and accurately, right? See the next also, these are according to the 7, 8, and 9 band for the lexical resources. So how they can increase your score? The picture here shows the part of band descriptors for speaking, right? They are for 7, 8, and 9. As you can see, using idioms with inappropriate choices is a typical of band 7 candidate. By using them skillfully with only occasional inaccuracies, you are likely to get 8 in this category. Rarely student uses them perfectly, and this is a typical of a someone who reaches at 9. So yes, you have to use idioms when you do or go for your speaking test. But yes, you have to use it in a natural way. You cannot overuse it. Should I just memorize lot of them? Some student ask this question. Absolutely not. This is one of the most common mistake you do in the speaking test. Lots of students think that they simply learn lot of idioms and then using them in the test will help them get higher score. In fact, the opposite is true. Examiners are trained to spot people trying to use idioms that are inappropriate, right? So do not just memorize them. It depends on the context, and if you don't use them correctly, they will sound very forced and unnatural also, right? How do I use them effectively? Now, students generally ask, how can we use them effectively? You should use only idioms if you have heard how they are used in context and you are 100% sure you are using them in a correct way. This may sound harsh, but it is better than losing marks. Should I use them in writing or speaking tests? Idioms are used informally most of the times and therefore not to be used in writing tests. Spoken English is normally much less formal than academic written English. So if it is fine to use them in the speaking test, right? Because speaking is more informal. Now, what are the common idioms? Right? So here are some of the common idioms on my screen that I've heard students use correctly in the speaking test. If you have never heard any of them before, try to find out examples, how they are used, try to practice in your speaking test. Now see the first one, over the moon. Over the moon means to be extremely pleased or happy. I was over the moon when I passed my speaking test. Next one, once in a blue moon. Once in a blue means happens very rarely. A student will get 9 in the IELTS writing test once in a blue moon. That means something which is happening very rarely. A piece of cake. It's very easy. Getting a band 6 in the speaking test will be a piece of cake. Piece of cake means very easy. A drop in the ocean. A drop in the ocean means a very small part of something much bigger. So just learning idiom is a drop in the ocean when it comes to preparing for the speaking test. These are the common idioms. Lot more. Action speaks louder than words. It is better to actually do something than just talk about it. Action speak louder than words means it is better to actually do something than just talk about it. Lots of people have great business ideas but know nothing about them. Action speaks louder than words. Just do it. So here's an example also. Next, back to the drawing board means when you attempted to do something but failed and have to try again. So what sentence you can make is, I got 4.5 in reading. Oh well, back to the drawing board. That means when you attempted to do something but failed and had to try again. Put all your eggs in one basket. It means put all your money or effort into one thing. Example, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You should apply to lots of different universities. The in thing. The in thing means something fashionable. The new iPhone is really the in thing at the moment. The real McCoy, genuine or not fake. I don't think her new handbag is the real McCoy. Next idiom. Off the top of my head. Saying something without thinking first. Off the top of my head, I would say 2 or 3. So understand the meaning also and see how the sentences are made in the right context. Run of the mill. Run of the mill means average, ordinary. Apple phones are very run of the mill these days. Soulmate, someone you trust very deeply. My husband is not just my lover, he's my soulmate. Down in the dumps. Down in the dumps means sad. I was really down in the dumps after my dog died. Found my feet to become comfortable doing something. Moving to a new city was difficult at first, but I soon founded my feet there. So that means you're comfortable doing something. Set in their ways, not wanting to change. My parents are quite traditional and set in their ways. So how these idioms are used, what are the meaning of these idioms? Start learning them and start using them, practicing them in your speaking test. Go the extra mile. Do much more than is required. I decided to go the extra mile and move to England to really perfect my English. A hot potato. A hot potato means a controversial topic. Miss the boat. Miss the boat means you missed an opportunity. I sent my application in late and I think I missed the boat. Cost an arm and a leg. Really expensive. Those shoes must have cost an arm and a leg. Sit on the fence. To be undecided. I haven't made my mind up about the issue. I'll have to sit on the fence. Now, some more idioms and how you're going to use it. Some common everyday idioms related to the colorful part, right? So these are thousands of idioms. I would say there are thousands of idioms and phrasal verbs which we use every day when we want to express ourselves. So these are the commonly used idioms in daily conversation related to colorful part. Out of the blue. Out of the blue means something that happened unexpectedly. Yesterday, out of the blue, he asked me to marry him. So that means something that happened unexpectedly. Next one, in the red. In the red means to owe money, to not have money. Sorry, I can't afford it. I'm in the red. That means you're not having the money, right? Give someone the green light. That means to give permission. I was given the green light to start this new project. A white lie. To tell a lie that is not very serious, I think you should get in trouble for telling a white lie. Green with envy. To be jealous, to be envious. She was green with envy when she saw my diamond ring. So that means that person was really jealous. So these are the colorful idioms. Next one, student idioms. Day and night. Day and night means when you continuously work without stopping. I was studying day and night for my IELTS test. Drop out. To leave without finishing. She dropped out of the course because it was too hard. Next, learn by heart. Learn by heart means to memorize. I learned all my idioms by heart. That means he memorized all by heart. Pass with flying colors. That means you pass the test with a high grade, higher scores. I really hope I pass with flying colors. Bookworm. Someone who reads a lot. When I was younger, I was a bookworm. I just loved reading. So you can use all these idioms when you have to talk about yourself in the part one, being a student, talking about your subjects, talking about how you studied. You can use all these idioms. Next, childhood idioms. Now you can use all these idioms when you have to talk about your younger age, your childhood age, right? Brought up. Brought up means raised, developed. I was brought up in this country. Child's play. Child's play means very easy to do. Learning how to play a guitar was a child's play. I could do it easily. Like a kid in a candy store, very excited about something. When I arrived in the city, I was like a kid in a candy store. There was so much to see and do. To follow in someone's footstep, it means to achieve the same thing that someone else did. I followed in my mother's footstep and became a teacher. That's true for me. Next one, to run in the family. Qualities that are similar in family members, that is called as to run in the family. We all are good at math. It runs in the family. Next one, COVID idioms. Under the weather. Under the weather means feeling unwell. I am feeling bit under the weather. I hope I don't have a COVID. As sick as dog. As sick as dog means feeling very ill. I was as sick as a dog last night. On the mend. On the mend means recovering, getting better. My mother was very sick, but now she's on the mend. Kick the bucket. Kick the bucket means to die. My father was so sick, I thought he might kick the bucket. To show promise, to indicate possible success. The new vaccine is showing promise. That means the new vaccine is showing or indicating some possible success. Next, IELTS idioms. Practice makes perfect. That I always suggest you. That means to continuously improving by practicing. My teacher said that practice makes perfect, so I need to practice more. Break a leg. To wish someone good luck. I hope you really do well. Break a leg. Driving me up the wall. Something that annoys you. Waiting for my result is really driving me up the wall. That means it literally annoying me. Better late than never. It's better to do something late than not to try it. I didn't know how to drive till I was 30, but better late than never. Blind as a bat, can't see, bad eyesight. I am as blind as a bat. I really need my reading glasses. Practice makes perfect. So we have only just scratched the surface. Scratch the surface means looked at something very briefly. So this is an idiom. Practice makes perfect is also an idiom as I've described here. That means you have to continuously improve by practicing. There are so many idioms related to the daily life. My advice you is to listen how native speakers communicate and the common idioms they use. You will also notice that they are using them as you may not understand exactly what they are saying. Don't be shy to ask them or try to learn from them. The best way is to learn about the language, right? So do not overuse it. Try to use it in a proper manner and in a right context. Idioms add color to your conversation and they help us to read between the lines. Between the lines mean it is understanding the hidden meaning of those. By learning idioms and phrasal words, you can build up your vocabulary and you can improve your lexical resources. It will then help you that you will be able to score higher bends, right? And lead to a test day success. So break a leg, right? Try to use it in a proper manner. Try practicing on a baby code application. Try practicing day one test, day two test, or I would say you can try to have multiple tests in a day by having the membership. Practice on live application and just leave the examiner hooked on your English fluency because I am going to provide you these kind of top-notch topics. So you can watch our live session on YouTube and on the baby code application. My guidance will always be there with you so that you can enhance your English skills. Make sure, I'm just making sure that you are well prepared to excel in your IELTS exam. Do provide your star rating and comments in the section. Do provide your feedbacks. Any problem, any queries, any topic you want me to cover, drop your comments. I'll be coming up with those live sessions, right? Thank you for watching our live session number 6. Stay tuned for the next session. It's coming soon. And I would say, please practice so that you know about all the essential tricks and tips which you need to have in your speaking module. Bye bye. Take care, all of you.